Hey everybody, welcome to my fourth video diary. I've noticed that last week I made like a 9-minute video when I said I wasn't going to keep them quite short, so apologies for that, but that was quite an important video I thought last week. This week I'm just going to quickly touch on something that has held me back pretty much since I was probably a teenager, early teen, something like that. I know everybody's guilty of it, some worse than others, and I know myself, I'm pretty bad with this one, and that's procrastination. And I like to tell everybody as a bit of a joke that I'll stop procrastinating tomorrow, which is pretty ironic, but yeah, I noticed with procrastinating throughout my whole life, putting things off until tomorrow or the next day or the week after or next year. It really, with things, especially things like bills and owing money to people and things like that, procrastinating can quickly snowball into some pretty serious issues, and that has a knock-on effect, to your mental health as well. And I know it did for me, and it has done. Up until fairly recently as well, and it eats away at you. You don't realize it, but procrastinating has a pretty severe impact on you. Even exercise wise, I've been guilty of it forever. Where you say, all right, I'm gonna start tomorrow. I'm gonna do tomorrow when I get up. I'm gonna do however many push-ups and sit-ups, and I'm gonna run 10Ks and all this sort of stuff. And you kind of overwhelm yourself with things that you're going to do, and you put too much pressure on yourself, and you just keep putting it off. So that's one thing that I've, more than the last 4 weeks with these videos, it's something I've been trying to work on for a while. I'm still not perfect, never will be. I realise that, and no one's ever perfect, but it's one of those things that I really need to improve on, is stopping the procrastination. Like I said, procrastinating for me got me in some big trouble with money. Just really simple things, phone bills, electricity bills. Even a couple of years ago, I had some rental issues, and compounded with running into some pretty hard times financially. It kind of really wore me down and got me into a really, really low point mentally. And I've got some friends out there, and they know who they are, that helped me get through that period. And I'm still learning. I've still got a couple of people that I owe little bits of money to, nothing serious, but still just enough to eat away at me sometimes. With guilt and just the pressure of trying to get that money together. And anyway, I've kind of taken steps to rectify that. I've started working for myself. So the pressure's, 100% on me to perform and make the money and pay those things back, which aren't too far away, which is good. There's light at the end of the tunnel, which after a couple of really tough years is really good. So procrastinating, you've got to stop doing that. You've just got to start acting on what you need to do. And, if you've got something that needs to be done, just do it. Stop putting it off. If you say you're going to do it tomorrow, you're 90% sure that you're not going to do it. I know from my personal experience that's the case. If you guys have got anything that you've been wanting to do, or that you've been putting off, or money that you've owed to anyone, and it's bearing down on you, I'd just suggest actioning it as quick as possible. Stop putting it off till tomorrow or the day after, because it's just not going to happen. And before the video gets too much longer, just one more thing that I thought I'd show you guys that I've done, which is helping me, is something that I've read and listened to on a bunch of audiobooks and stuff by people like Jim Rohn and Zig Ziglar. Those old school self-help coaches, and the things that they have to say really do have an impact. And I was fully encourage everybody to go to the library and borrow books by Jim Rohn and Zig Ziglar and Tony Robbins and all those kind of people. And It really helps you out. Anyway, one of the things that Jim Rohn talks about is setting goals. Now, these don't have to be too lofty. I'll just show you, I've written myself out a list here, and you can see here, number one on my list, be happy. So yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff on this list, and I'm gonna add to it as well. So I'll let you guys know how my life goals are going. I've got a bunch of exercise and monetary stuff on there, so that's one thing I encourage everybody to do as well. Anyways, guys, before it gets too long-winded, I want to thank everybody once again for all of the awesome comments. It's really overwhelming, the amount of support that I'm getting, and I don't think this is, too hard a step for myself. I know for somebody else it could be, and if you don't have to do a video or anything like that, but if you need to have a chat with anyone, you can always send me a message. I'll put my email address in the link for the video, and if you want to have a chat, just drop a line. And yeah, I'll be back next week with some weight and health updates. Thanks, guys.